I'm kind of guilty of that thing because at times when my husband is telling my children off, I'm that one that is thinking it's too much. This man,
It is too, it is
leave
too.
him alone. But I don't want to show it to them because you are showing it to them, then you are indulging them, and they will be like, "Mommy is okay with
You're
it."
creating favoritism. We say, mommy.
I told you about when my children will be like, they might go and ask their dad for something, and maybe daddy is saying yes. I'll ask them, and they will come back to me. That is how manipulative they can be. They will come back to me as their mom to ask, "Mommy, can I have that thing?" I'll say, "Have you asked dad? What did daddy say?" They say, "Daddy say no." I'll say, "Why are you asking me again?" Whatever daddy says is as in you'll be there trying to correct a child. Even as a friend to a family, you are correcting a child and the mom is telling you, "Don't worry, I don't want to raise my child like that." Because in Africa, we believe a village raises a child. But in a situation whereby you are helping your friend, you are talking to your friend's child and the friend is telling you, "What's your own?" Yeah, I've seen that kind of situation like that. What's your own?
That's where you don't have any common similarities.
Yeah.
There is nothing that joins the two of you together. Like, what visions do you have for your children? What is it okay for my children to come in here and even not greet you in the first? Yeah, it's okay. Like it is
saying,
okay.
"Oh, it's because it's adolescent. Adolescent is growing." Oh, and you're saying it in front of that child. When I was in Africa, I used to know this woman. Whenever the child, I don't know the way she was raising her children, but at times, there was a time the boy stole the chandelier from their living room. And the mom was like, "Oh, it's okay. It's the enemy of your father's house that is doing this to you. It's just
the same father that conceived the child."
So another day again, the boy almost sold the father's house. And they now caught the boy. The mom was so mad because it has now gotten to him trying to, their own property. The woman now say, "What led you to this?" He said, "Mommy, he's the enemy of our father's house that is doing this."
Using the same logic.
The woman was shattered. The father said, "You see?"
You see?
Okay.
Hello. Welcome to
Conversation on the Couch
with
Rachel and Tebby.
A beautiful day. It's summer.
Yeah, and it's so sunny,
It is summering.
Yeah, and what I don't
It
like
is
about
sequening.
this sun outside is Monday now. You see the rain start from Monday to Friday. When it's Saturday, you see
You see darkness.
Yeah.
Darkness at noon.
Oh my goodness.
It is but it's a beautiful day today.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Again here to discuss on a parenting topic. Yes, this is Rachel and Taby for Conversations on the Couch.
Yeah.
If it's your first time to join us, do remember to
subscribe, like, share, please.
Yeah, and leave a comment.
Click on the notification button so that
if any of our videos do come out, you will be the first person to be notified. Yeah. Yes.
Same page parenting. Before I start that topic, Rachel, I will, because in marriage, at least you look up to some people. I will never forget a lady advised me. In fact, lovely sister of mine. She's my sister-in-law. There was a day she was in my house and my husband was trying to tell my child off. And my husband was telling the child off and I was there. Leave him alone. He's showing it. She now say, "Auntie Debbie, what are you doing?" I said, "The man is scolding the child." She now said, "Okay, I'll tell you a story." She now told me the story. She said that they had this family friend. That the family friend, when the mommy is saying yes, the daddy is saying no. When the mommy is saying no, the daddy is saying yes. That they were not on the same page. And at the end of the day, they ruined the children's life. And later, the children was just all over the place. Their life was not settled. And they kept on blaming their mom that when daddy is correcting us then, when daddy was checking us then, "Mommy, you were the one that says it's okay." They now hate their mom because the mom was not on the same page with their dad. And you know our children can be manipulative.
Yes, but at that young age, mommy was the favorite.
Mom was the favorite. Because mommy was saying every bad thing they do is okay. When daddy is trying to tell them off, they say no. Mommy will say leave them alone. They are just kids. They are just kids, and they kept on growing in that bad character, in those shenanigans. At the end of the day, mommy now. In fact, when we were growing up, I had a tale too. The boy became an ardent criminal. That the day that I was sentenced to death, I said, 1 minute with my mom. Have you heard that story?
No.
Because throughout his days, he will be bringing things from school. The mom will say it's okay. Bringing stuff. When dad is saying, this is wrong. Yeah. This is wrong. The mom is there saying, leave him alone. He's just a child.
He's just a child.
He's just a child.
Yes.
He now said, that day that he was sentenced, because he now became an ardent criminal. Because mom was indulging him. And I said, I need a minute with my mom. Mom, can I just whisper something in your ears? He now beat the mom's ear. The boy beat the mom's ear off. The hair was bleeding. I said, son, why did you do this to me? He said, yes, for you to remember that you didn't raise me well. When daddy was saying yes, you were there saying no. When daddy was saying no, you didn't agree with my dad. Because as mom, because we baited them, we went through the 9-month pregnancy, we breastfed them. We are the emotional ones. We don't want a fly to even touch our children.
I think that is forgetting what your long-term priorities for that children, for that child, or for those children. What are your priorities for them? What do you want them to be in future? Do you want them to be entitled kids? They can't talk about them. They can't accept any form of discipline. Yeah. Or you'll always side with them. They cannot be punished.
That I love that you're saying siding with them. As mom, Rachel,
I'm their
guilty
friend.
of it.
You're not their friend.
You are not their friends, but at times when the third party is talking to your child, or maybe when I know someone that when you're even trying to tell the child off, it'll be like, no, you're not in the position to do that. And these children are so manipulative that they know. But when you are doing this, they are the ones that will be like, yeah, I will report you to my mom. My mom must not know what you're doing.
I respect what they normally say, the African proverb. It takes the whole village to raise a child. Because you're in your small circle, you, the dad, the mom, the children, you're just that small first unit. But there's a unit when these children grow up, other people actually going to talk to them, whether you like it or not. Yeah. They're going to probably be in secondary school. They're probably going to be at their workplaces. And then other people will be entitled to correct them. And then there will be these children. You can't talk to me like that. Do you mean, is this your father's company? I can talk to you however I want.
I remember when we are growing up with the same page parenting. Jesus. My mom, when my mom is saying no, my dad is saying no. My mom will ask you, what did your dad say? I will say my dad says no, and you can't lie to her. You say, what do you want me to say? Whatever your dad says is the final. I can't change whatever he has said. And when it's my mom's turn too, when my dad will say, as your mom sanctioned, have
you spoken to your mom?
What did she say?
That's what. By the way, I remember that's what they will say.
If your husband is putting his food, or your partner or daddy is putting his food to the ground, let mom too. Let your food be on the ground already. Don't let these children know
whether you like it or not. It might be hurtful, as you said. You bath them when you say see someone, because in our home setting they used to spank us. When you see your child being spanked, you'd be like the teachers. If the teachers obviously were spanking us, my mother would say, continue. In fact, my mother was on the same page with the teachers.
Why I enjoy this topic is, I won't lie to you, I'm kind of guilty of that thing, because at times when my husband is telling my children off, I'm that one that is thinking it's too much.
It is too.
Leave him alone. But I don't want to show it to them, because you are showing it to them, then you are indulging them, and they will be like, "Mommy is okay with it."
You're creating favoritism. We say, mommy.
I told you about when my children will be like, they might go and ask their dad for something, and maybe daddy is saying yes. I'll ask them, and they will come back to me. That is how manipulative they can be. They will come back to me as their mom to ask, Mommy, can I have that thing? I'll say, have you asked dad? What did daddy say? They say daddy say no. I'll say, why are you asking me again? Whatever daddy says is the final.
That's what we go with. Yes.
So you don't say because daddy, and we do that a lot. I see this thing destroying kids. I see this thing destroying homes. As in, you'll be there trying to correct a child. Even as a friend to a family, you are correcting a child and the mom is telling you, don't worry, I don't want to raise my child like that. Because in Africa, we believe a village raises a child. But in a situation whereby you are helping your friend, you are talking to your friend's child and the friend is telling you, what's your own? Yeah, I've seen that kind of situation like that. What's your own?
That's where there you don't have any common similarities.
Yeah.
There is nothing that joins the two of you together. Like, what visions do you have for your children? What is it okay for my children to come in here and even not greet you in the first? Yeah, it's okay. Yeah. Like it is okay.
No, it's because it's adolescent. Adolescent is growing. Oh, and you're saying it in front of that child.
Yeah. So how do you expect the child to be?
When I was in Africa, I used to know this woman. Whenever the child, I don't know the way she was raising her children, but at times, there was a time the boy stole the chandelier from their living room. And the mom was like, oh, it's okay. It's the enemy of your father's house that is doing this to you. It's just
the same father that conceived the child.
So another day again, the boy almost sold the father's house. And they now caught the boy. The mom was so mad because it has now gotten to him trying to, their own property. The woman now say, what led you to this? He said, Mommy, he's the enemy of our father's house that is doing this.
Using the same logic.
Using the same logic. The woman was shattered. The father said, you see?
You see?
You can say how manipulative.
So she has not been listening to him. Even his opinion doesn't matter at all. Because there are women or men whereby you will try to discipline someone and they will shout at you in front of the child.
Yeah. Say, shut up. What do you want? What do you have to say?
What do you have to say?
What do you have to say?
You're not even listening to the other person's reasoning.
I watched a movie this week. It's Bimbo Ademoye's movie. Very lovely movie.
Oh, I think it's Shining Star. I've not yet watched it. Don't spoil it for me.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. When the man is telling the child of the woman is there. You don't have to say anything. I'm saying this and I'm talking to myself because it could be at times, you just want to calm the situation down. But you don't have to let your child know.
You can calm it outside.
That you are taking sides.
Yes.
Because at times when my husband, maybe I'm the one telling the child off, maybe I'm now being too harsh. My husband will be like, later, after the boy is gone or the girl is gone, my husband, you have been too harsh. You should have brought it down with me. But not in front of them, like,
yes, not
saying it to their faces, you are being too harsh to this child. The child will now be like, okay, mom is the one that is nice.
Yeah, and when you talk about it, then you explore options. What can we do better?
What can we,
or can you be the bad guy, good guy?
If we are be the good guy, let's be the good guys together.
Yeah, but alternate. Alternate. You don't have to be the person that always says no all the time. Because if your husband is that disciplinarian all the time, then they will draw, as in, by instinct, you'll feel like, but mommy never shouts at me. So even you sometime, you need to say, I'll give you that one dirty. So your husband can be what?
Yeah, the nice one this time around.
Yes, because even if you're not siding with him when they are watching, kids, they will read the room. Yeah,
that's why we are saying same thing.
But when I run to mommy will give me slowly.
Yeah.
But daddy will be shouting at me.
Lord have mercy. Parenting is hard.
So you explore options and then you take time. Yeah.
And when we are talking about the same page parenting, it involves the dad, the mom, the stepdad, the stepmom, whatever.
Extended family.
Yeah, raising kids, extended family. Raising kids.
Tebi, if I leave my children with you, I expect you to correct them.
And in a situation whereby you are looking at that child, someone has left a child with me and looking at the child, what had you done? What did auntie do? What did auntie tell you? Did auntie scold you? Did auntie told you off?
Why are you leaving them there in the first place?
Exactly.
Like,
you should have
trusted them in the first place.
Yeah.
If you're not comfortable, if you don't share the same values,
why did you bring your child to me?
Yes.
Yeah. So we need to be on the same page as parents, as friends, as a community.
Yes. If you leave your child with me, I'm going to correct them. If you don't want me to correct your child, then don't leave your child with me. I'll correct them like I correct my own.
There was a day I was going and, children, now their shenanigans can be so much when they close from school. And I saw these children, their mom is, we are not that close, but we greet ourselves, hello, hi. In fact, we work in the same environment. So that day I now saw the children. If you see the shenanigans on the road, cars were coming on the express. I had to look at them. I say, you know, I am your mom's friend. I told those children, no, if it were those children that I knew that I'm not doing anything wrong. Because God forbid, if anything happens to those children, I will not forgive myself. And I said, I'm your mom's friend. If you don't know me, now I'm telling you, I know you. And what you are doing is wrong. If you don't correct your ways now, I will report you to your mom. And immediately, those children, auntie, we're sorry. Auntie, I say, take your time. Look on the street. Look your right. Don't just dash into the road as if. Wait for the green man to prompt you to cross the road. Not doing it. Because the right man was still on. And one of the students just used his bike because the road was clear. Was just off the street and I held on to the shirt. I'm like, I'm your mom's friend and I have the right to correct you. Do you want to kill yourself? What is wrong with you? Your mom is at work trying to, I was so furious in me. And imagine them now going to their mom now, because I told them, I will tell your mom. Imagine them now going to their mom and saying, Auntie Tebi did this to us, told me off. And you are there that. What right does Auntie Tebi?
Yeah, yet you're trying to protect them.
And I was here trying to protect.
Why are you putting your nose in?
Yeah, but you should ask that child. I will ask my child. If it were me, I'll ask my child, what did you do?
What did you do?
For Auntie Tebi to have told you off, you must have done something wrong. What did you do? Because our children, we need to raise them well. When you are raising them well, is trying to correct them, discipline them. Disciplining them is that you are on the same page with whosoever, even the teachers. You're on the same page with your teachers, with their teachers. You're on the same page with whosoever is around them that is elderly. You know that they can't go wrong. They can't go, because I normally tell my children's teachers, I say, I am not a kind of mom that won't allow you to tell my child off. If they need to be told off, tell them off.
Even if you're not on the same page, because like the way we are raised up is different from how kids here are raised up. How teachers even talk to children here is way different. So it is up to us to understand the differences. Embrace the differences and know, okay, yes, it is different. Where can I do better? Where can I find the middle ground?
Because I remember the way I grew up in Africa. If you come home to tell my dad that the teacher, because we believe in smack in Africa.
You believe your teacher.
You tell my dad that your teacher smacks you. My dad will be like, your teacher smack you. My dad is smacking you already. For your teacher to have smacked you, you must have done something wrong. And he will be like, what did you do? And you are there saying, it's because... And the next day, we'll go back to that teacher and ask the teacher, what has my son? When the teacher now explains, he will now shake the teacher. Thank you so much. Thank you for telling my child off. And that child will now see it and now correct himself, like, people are watching me. My teacher is watching. Auntie is what. That is why they say it takes a village to raise a child in Africa.
Yeah. And you see, that's why you grow up and then you're according everyone a certain level of respect. You don't walk around like as if you're entitled, because you've literally made that child think, no, I can't be touched.
Yeah.
No one can speak about me.
I will report you to my mom.
Yes, I'll report you to my mom.
To do what?
Instead of you embracing that differences.
Yes.
Yeah. And knowing that before so-and-so tried to correct my child, what exactly did they do? Like, focus on understanding where were they coming from?
What have you done wrong? Because these are our children. We are trying to mold them to be a better person in the community, wherever they found themselves. And it's not like they know everything. They believe everything they do is right. You as a parent, you as that auntie, you as that uncle will be the one to now check them that what you've done is wrong. What you've done is wrong. But you, the mom, what are you now telling your child back that that uncle does not love you, hates you? Your dad does not love you.
Your
I've seen
people.
a mom. I've seen a mom telling the children that, yeah, it's because your child does not love you. Your dad is too straight. Your dad is too wicked. You are telling your son.
You are telling your children that the other parent
what
doesn't
you are
love
sowing,
them.
when it's time to repeat, you will repeat to the fullest that you even cry. But when you're on the same page with them, because these children, they know nothing. When you're on the same page with them, at least you are saying no.
With the other parent. Whether immediate parent or extended parent, because even the teachers are parents.
Exactly.
Your neighbors are parents. Exactly. Your friends are parents.
You should trust them that these people cannot just tell you off unnecessarily. Cannot just tell you off unnecessarily.
But what happens how do you deal with situations whereby the parent, let's say father or mother, both of you just can't be on the same page? Like
No, you talk about it. You talk about
all issues of extended families, whereby that's not your biological child. Who deals with that conflict? Or whereby maybe the children are not with you. Probably it's a broken home. How are you going to be on the same page with a partner that is not available?
Yeah. We are talking about a village here, raising your child. You should know that this person has the best interest at heart. Because if you keep telling your child that person is because that person hates you. I told you about the woman that at the end of the day, the children used the sword against her. That it's because the enemy of our seriously. That's why I said children can be so manipulative.
They can
when you keep supporting them on every kind of mess they are bringing, or their shit. At the end of the day, you'll be done for. Like, oh my goodness, you don't want to be at that end. You don't want to be at that end.
I mean, do let us know how it's working for you.
Yeah.
And it's quite interesting to really understand whereby parents are not in the same household, but they're trying to be on the same page as parents.
Yeah.
How do you deal with that?
That's what I was saying, that you need to talk about it with your spouse, with your partner, with whoever is helping, because some grandmas too raise children. In fact,
and they spoil them.
Oh, Jesus. They indulge them.
They never do wrong.
Oh, Rachel, my mom came to my house.
In fact, grandparents and parents, they can never be on the same page.
My mom came to my house and I can't even talk to my child. Like, no, leave him alone. I'm like, can you let me raise my child in peace? No, he's done nothing wrong. Come here. Come and sit down here. Your mom can be so mean at times. Your voice is too high. You are raising your voice too much on that child. Rachel. And at the end of the day, I told my mom, you're an hypocrite. Because this was not the way you raised us. You know, Funke Felix Adejumo. Yeah. She was like, to be a grandma is so sweet. Those children, they can't do wrong in front of you. They can't do wrong. Even when my daughter is trying to tell, I'll say, so they are all the same.
They are all that. I think that's the one place whereby you've got to embrace the differences. The difference that they bring to the table.
So it's just...
I know that they have their way of doing things and you have your way of doing things. Yes. I know that someone once said that a child was complaining. She was like, but mommy, you never allow me to do this, yet grandma allows it. Yeah. And she was like, but me, I'm not grandma.
I'm not grandma.
Do I look like grandma to you? Yeah. I'm your mom.
Oh, no. I just pray God will give us that grace just to know how to go about this thing, because it matters a lot. Our voices in our children's life goes a very, very long way. What are you telling them? What are you breathing into them? You know, we were discussing with Bimbo this afternoon. I was discussing with Bimbo that I don't love to lie in front of my children. I don't. Even if it's a white lie or black lie, I don't want to lie. Because what were we talking about? About an appointment that we needed to go. And it was my son's appointment. Well, I needed to just let those people know that my son can't attend this thing because we had a family function. But I told my son that I have a family function that I need to go to. But my son was like, Mommy, what did you tell them? I didn't tell them that. I told my child that, it's because you are sick. You are this. Because I wrote it in that email that it's because my son is sick. Yeah, I lied. But I didn't want to say it. I just said, don't
You
worry.
know they are going
people
to
are
watch
saying what she normally says is that it's been taken care of. Yes, you don't want to start lying in front of them, because when you lie, it's garbage in, garbage out. Day to day will give it to you.
Oh,
Mommy,
that's a nice one. It's been taken care of.
It's been taken care of. If you tell them, yes, I've told them that you are not sick, when you know that child is not sick, maybe because you want to take that child for a party.
You know they watch conversations on the couch.
Yeah, they watch.
So I don't know what answer you're going to give them. And until next time, guys, it's been Rachel and Tebi. Bye.